everybody! Hello Luca, hello GAce, hello Chi! Welcome back to... Root Devil! I almost said the wrong game! But I didn't. Okay. Last time we were introduced to this whole world of Root Devil, which is, you know, as tradition dictates, about a bunch of people trapped somewhere. In this case, literally a nuclear testing lab that has caught on fire. Which, yeah, that's pretty bad. And the rescue/fire team that has been sent to rescue everybody and stop this has also become trapped in there. And their captain has lost his memory, but I think he has DID based on something that happened in the beginning there, and it's another personality. Oh, hello, also welcome, Oe and Zarmegas. Glad you could make it. It's a very unique way of making choices in this game. And that is basically, you have to change on the little meter in the corner how you feel about the person and how you feel about yourself, and depending on that, the main character will make a choice about what to do, like who to follow. And there's different levels of importance. God damn it, GAce. You knew what I was gonna say! God. Hello, Ablis. Welcome to the stream. And yes, you did. We haven't even started playing the game yet, but we're about to. Let's get back into it. Close? How many save files do we have? 100.
I'm friendly to all the people who work here. Nothing suspicious. And so I happened to get caught up in all this very bad luck. Again, nothing suspicious.
I see. That's a disaster for you.
Watase turned his thoughts as he kept looking at Yuri.
It really has been a disaster. For all of us. I really wish we could all get out of here!
Dude, you gotta figure out what happened first. But he knew it wasn't that simple. In the first place, there was still way too much he didn't know about his current situation. By the way, please tell me if you could hear me in the game, okay? I think the game music is a bit too soft. Let me just raise that. Why wouldn't the bulkhead open up? Why wasn't the sprinkler system working? Oh, there is an opening movie. Interesting. Okay, thanks, Evelyn. Why he lost his memories and...
Say, Tachibana, what's our next move?
I think I'm gonna give her a slightly different voice than I did in the first episode, because, yeah, she's not as much of a snarker as she is just, like, dead serious, so I'd like to explain that to you in detail. We got a simple makeshift base set up nearby, so let's head there first. They had no choice to go along with what she said. And so the group's shoulders slumped as they proceeded down the staircase. Once they had left the staircase behind them, Kazami walked towards a nearby room and began talking. Wait a minute, if they have some magic radiation pills that prevent them from getting radiation poisoning and dying, what about Yuri? Does she have that too? I guess maybe. Once they had left the staircase behind them, Kazami walked towards a nearby room and began talking. Really, Kazami has the same voice actor as Angie from Umineko. Wow.
ここが我々が設けた簡易
I
基地
can
です。
hear it. Yeah. This is our makeshift base.
各部屋の扉を開けるときはこちらのボタンを押すだけで結構ですので。
Whenever you want to enter a room, all you have to do is press this button here and the door will open right up. And June has the same voice as Hotori from Remember11. Wow. Huh. Thank you, GAs. Kazami pressed a button next to the door, causing it to open up just as she said it would. On the other side was a small office about 9 meters long. Various pieces of machinery. Apparently the equipment that Kazami and June had brought with them were lying in a corner.
では隊長、このラボの構造を説明します。こちらにおいでください。
I'll explain the structure of Labo to you first, Captain. Please come over here.
あ、頼む。
Yeah, much appreciated.
Kazami took a pen from the desk and drew a simple map on the back of a piece of paper.
中心にある円形状のエリアがメルトダウンを起こしたとおぼしき原子炉がある特別高度実験棟、通称 N エリアです。
Yeah, I think Watase went in there in the beginning of the last episode. This round area located in the center is a special advanced experiment area where the supposedly melted down nuclear reactor is located. It's known as Area N. Hello, Guppy4s, welcome to the stream. Hello, Burncastle, welcome to the stream.
N エリアを他の6つのエリアが取り囲んでいます。
Area N is surrounded by 6 other areas.
各エリアには内周塔と外周塔があり、内周塔は外周塔より少し小さいようです。
Interesting. There's probably some weird geometric puzzle you can make out of this kind of structure. Each area has an inner ring and an outer ring, with the former being slightly smaller than the latter.
さらに各エリアは地上2階、地下2階の4階層になってますが、
Furthermore, each area has 4 floors total, 2 surface floors and 2 basement floors. Sorry.
先ほど申し上げた通り、地上につながるすべての出入り口には隔壁が降りています。
However, as I informed you earlier, all the entrances and exits that lead to the surface are blocked by bulkheads.
なるほど。俺たちは地下1階と地下2階でしか行動できないってことだな。
I see. Meaning we can only access floors B1 and B2.
で、今俺たちはどこにいるんだ？
So where are we now?
それはこちらの
Right here.
第2エリアの内周塔、地下2階です。
Obviously, it's a hexagon, GA, so you know what I mean with the outer and inner structures and the particular amount of connection points between each. Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Yuri did want to refuse the injection. I do remember that, yeah. Floor B2 in Area 2's inner ring.
隊長が倒れていたのは第1エリア内周塔のこの辺りです。
We found you lying right around here in the inner ring of Area 1.
隔壁が降りてから現在に至るまでの約2時間、私と森部で第1第2エリアの捜索を行いましたが、
I figured you were GA, so I was just kind of playing along. Maribe and I conducted a search of areas 1 and 2 in the 2 hours since the bulkheads came down.
隊長とユーリさんの他に要救助者は発見できませんでした。無論脱出経路もです。
What about the scientist lady from the beginning? She's gotta have something to do with this. But we were unable to find any other survivors apart from you and Miss Yuri. And naturally, the same goes for any escape routes.
地上に続く非常階段は各棟にありますが、すべて隔壁が降りていることを確認済み。
Both areas have an emergency staircase that leads to the surface, but we've confirmed that they've all been sealed off by bulkheads. Yes, Eblis, you did. You heard Coco.
しかも、第2エリア内周棟の1箇所を除き、階段そのものが爆発で崩れてしまっています。
And with the exception of one located in Area 2's inner ring, all the staircases have collapsed due to the explosions. Oh wow, Beatrice's voice is here. That's awesome. Thanks, Oe, for telling me that.
ってことは、他の要救助者を探すにしても、脱出の手がかりを探すにしても、次は第3エリアに行かなきゃいけないのか。
So what you're saying is that we have to go to Area 3 next if we hope to find any more survivors. Or other ways out of here.
They can't even go up to Basement 1, it seems. Unless that's like the halfway point of the game, of this route anyway. They find a way up to B1. Oh my god, jeez. You're too funny.
いえ、それもそうはいかないのです。
No, we can't do that either.
Come on!
なぜ？
Why not?
各エリアをつなぐ通路にはセキュリティゲートが設けられているのです。
Oh, does she voice the scientist lady? Oh my god, I can't wait till she comes back. All passageways connecting to other areas have security gates set up in them.
先ほど隊長も連絡通路を塞ぐゲートを見たでしょう。
Remember how there was a gate blocking the connecting passageway to this area on our way here?
そういえばそんなのあったな。
Now that you mention it, yeah, I do.
あのゲートにはロックがかかってまして、開けるためにはこのセキュリティカードが必要になります。
Jeez, Kazami, next thing you're gonna telling me there's like a boss in each area or like a puzzle we have to solve to open up each gateway or some shit. Dang. This is setting up to be something very, like we have to do something to unlock each gate. Those gates are locked, and to open them you need a security card like this one. Kazami took a card out of her pocket at those words.
これは捜索開始当初、たまたま通路に落ちていたものです。
I found this card lying in a passageway by chance, shortly after we began searching. It's probably the lowest level of security card, the one they just give you to start out with. It was a small plastic card that had a lanyard attached to it, so it could be worn around the neck. On the front was the mugshot and name of a man who appeared to work at the facility, and the words level 2. Oh, we get to start at level 2. Interesting. Not okay, so they're giving us a bit of a chance. They're not starting us off on level 1. They're giving us a bit of a chance.
レベル 2？
Level 2?
このラボは各エリアの機密性に応じてセキュリティレベルを設定しているようです。
It appears that this lab has different security levels that correspond to each area's confidentiality level. Yep. Yep. I would say this is a freaking Metroidvania if it wasn't a visual novel now.
ゲートは内周棟と外周棟をつなぐ通路と各エリア間をつなぐ通路に2枚ずつあります。
There are two kinds of gates. One's in the passageways that connect the inner and outer rings, and one's in the passageways that connect each area.
レベル2のカードがあれば第2エリアまでのゲートを開けることができるのですが、
With a level 2 card, you can open up all gates up to area 2. Hello, Hollow Mirage. Welcome to the stream. Yep, we are stuck in the beginning tutorial area here.
第3エリアに行くにはレベル3、第4エリアに行くにはレベル4と
Yeah.
適宜そのエリアに応じたレベルのカードが必要なのです。
All the way up to freaking level 6. Gotta find those key cards. I wonder, are we gonna have puzzles in this game to find them or something? That would be pretty cool. But you need a card whose security level corresponds to the appropriate area to get into them. 3 for area 3, 4 for area 4, yada yada ipso fatso.
しかし我々は現在レベル2のセキュリティカードしか持っておりません。
But all we have right now is a level 2 card. Yeah, you're right. It's like it is kind of like Metal Gear Solid. This seems like a big shell type thing right here. With the structure of it. But nobody's in here. At least no other humans besides us. Do I want an answer about that? No, I don't, GAs. I wouldn't be surprised about that. Thank you for asking. But all we have right now is level 2 card.
And we can't go any further?
もちろんカードさえ見つかれば他のエリアへ行くことも可能なのですが。
Well, if we find the right card, it'll be possible for us to get into other areas, of course, but...
散々探したんだけど、見つかったのってさっきの1枚だけなんだよね。
I bet Yuri has one. Oh, we searched this place from head to toe, and that's the only card we found, you see?
あと探してないのは隊長のポッケくらいかな。
I guess the only place we haven't looked is your pockets.
Worth a check. Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna find a level 3 card just conveniently sitting around in my pockets.
In spite of that thought, Matase decided to search through his pockets and... wonder what level he has.
I found one.
Huh?
嘘。
Y'all gotta be kidding me. Impossible.
No, I'm totally serious. Take a look.
What level is he? Keiji Ukita. Level 4? But that's useless without the level 3 card, isn't it? Or does it not work that way? Dang, we got a cheat code right here. Watase took 2 cards out of his breast pocket. They read Keiji Ukita and Zenshu Kake. And they both said level 4.
レベル 4？ すごいじゃん。これがあれば第4エリアまで行けるよ。
Level 4? Woo! Holy crap, now we can get all the way to level area 4 with this baby! Got a lot more ground to cover.
しかしなぜ隊長がレベル4のカードをそれも2枚も。
But why do you have a level 4? No, make that 2 level 4 cards, Captain.
Hell if I know.
Thinking there might be more clues in them, Watase checked his other pockets and found another strange item in his other breast pocket.
What's this?
Looks like an iPad or a cell phone or something.
シリウス正式の PDA です。我々も持っています。
Y'all still talking about PDAs? Seriously? This game was made in 2012 or 2011 or shit. I can't believe you're still saying PDAs are a thing. That's like a freaking 2005 term. God. An official serious PDA. I have one as well.
PDA?
What's a PDA?
Before your time.
携帯端末ね。レスキュー隊じゃなくても今時持ってない人の方が珍しいよ。
It's a tablet. In other words, you're using a very outdated term for it, but sure. It's a portable terminal. Nowadays, y'all will be hard-pressed to find anyone who don't have one of them. rescue workers and civilians lack.
機能はまず電話と無線、それと熱源を感知するサーモグラフィー。
As for its functions, it has a built-in phone and radio, plus an infrared thermography, or IRT, function that allows you to detect heat sources.
どうやって使うんだ？
How do you use it?
使用法はこのタッチパネルを
It's a touchpad, so all you have to do is press this part of the screen here. How the fuck does he not know that? I guess he has no memory of the world as well. Where's the... Well, I don't want to do S-jump. That's... Oh, here we go. Tips. Great job giving me the one I need. We know that. Retrograde amnesia, everybody knows what amnesia is. Yeah. Wow, that's a long entry here. Here we go. Dispatch. When firefighter is sent to another disaster, it's called a dispatch. Hello, Emiya. Welcome to the stream. The actual location of the fire is called a fire scene. And... Oh, fire. Oh, come on. Oh, wow. This is actually pretty extensive. We know what fire department is. Why the word firefighter can be used as a generic term for all members of a fire department. It is also used as a rank. The current 11 ranks in Japan's firefighting system are, from highest to lowest, Commissioner of the Fire and Disaster Management Agency, Fire Chief, Chief Fire Superintendent, the Rokume City Fire Department Station Chief, Senior Fire Superintendent, Battalion Chief, Fire Captain, Fire Lieutenant Watase, Fire Sergeant is Kazami Dojima Hiyama, Assistant Fire Sergeant, me, Firefighter June, just the lowest rank. In Japan, the police departments are prefectural, and the self-defense force is national, but in contrast, the fire departments are municipal, with over 800 fire departments nationally. Furthermore, the Fire and Disaster Management Organization Act of 1948 gave fire departments independence from police jurisdiction, making fire departments extremely local organizations. Some fire departments are organized into teams, like an engine crew in charge of a water pump and hose for fire extinguishment. Orange uniform rescue squads in charge of life saving, there we go, and emergency squads in charge of emergency medical services, as well as command posts that gather information on the scene and gives orders, and ladder companies in charge of ladder truck operation. As a digression, due to the nature of a firefighter's professional duties, they must remain alert and ready to dispatch any of the 24 hours of the day, and thus they must prepare their own meals. Many of them enjoy udon for its ease of preparation and balanced nutrition with the proper ingredients. Now, wow, yeah, let's read the tips. Rokume City Fire Department Special Elite Rescue Squad, serious. A feature they possess is a strict selection test like those of the Tokyo Fire and Disaster Management Agency, meaning those who pass are true elites. Serious is divided into teams of 6, 5 members plus 1 driver, with 3 teams total. Watase serves as the captain for Team A at the top of the list. Rokume City is an exceptionally rare case where a city with a population as small as 200,000 is assigned a special elite rescue squad. Huh. I didn't know Rokume City was that small. However, the Fire Services Act was revised based on the importance placed on government-designated top-secret cities. You can have a top-secret city? Due to BC law. And as a result, it became necessary for top-secret cities to have special elite rescue squads. How could you possibly have a top secret city? I could understand having a secret town, like a village, but like, or facility, but a top secret city? Are you sure? Also, Sirius refers to the Alpha Star of Canis Major. An Alpha Star is the brightest star in a particular constellation. The star Sirius is the next brightest star seen from Earth following the Sun. In the eyes of survivors trapped in fires and calamities, their stars of hope wear orange jumpsuits. Those stars are Rokame City Fire Department Special Elite Rescue Squad Sirius. Whew, hopefully they can be rescued by the time you say that. Dang. Command post. Like, we don't need to know, oh, here we go. The commander in charge of the current Labo meltdown incident response is Battalion Chief Murakami. Watase's duty before he lost his memories was to devise specific rescue methods and tactics on the scene for the rescue workers on the front line based off the high-level instructions and objectives handed down to him from the command post. Here we go, transmitter. At the end of the 20th century, to relieve the new demand in wireless spectrums due to the boom in things like cellular phones and wireless LAN, the Ministry of Posts and Telecommunications, now part of the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications, sought effective wireless spectrum usage from all enterprises. In October 2003, the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications made a partial revision to radio law related examination standards, and in July 2005, they posted a notice of an exceptional expansion and cooperation of fire radio rescue systems and promotion of joint fire captain activities. Exactly, Hollow Mirage. Don't worry, the RCFTSERSS is on the job. Just call for us by name. Jeez. It's interesting that that reminds me of a skit. There was a skit from the old show Mystery Science Theater where they were all doing like a walkathon, and they were for charity. Mike and the two robots, Crow and Tom Servo, and the basically Crow's shirt said walkathon, but there were periods between each letter, and the organization he was running for was called Walkathon, and I forget what it stood for, and Tom Servo's shirt was called it said on it, helping children through research and development, and then Mike was like,
Oh yeah, Hectrad. I heard they do some good work.
and then Tom was like,
No, Mike. You see, helping children through research and development is the acronym.
and then it goes off on this long ass sentence, it's like, and it was something like, hi everyone, usually. Oh man, that was such a good skit, and that's what that reminded me of. I'm sorry, that long ass acronym. But anyway, back to this game. All fire radio rescue systems were required to switch to digital by May 31st, 2016. Advantages to digital radio systems are heightened secrecy, the capability of sending images or other data, and the ability to share information not tied to jurisdiction by expanding wireless frequencies. On the other hand, digital radio has the disadvantages of higher susceptibility to interference, and around half the range of analog, necessitating the use of onboard or handheld relay stations. These two weak points have put the members of Sirius who rushed into Labo in a tough position. Vital checker. A piece of medical equipment in the shape of a wristband that allows for the automatic inspection of wearer's health. Dang, another failed Nintendo product. My god. The device measures 4 of the wearer's vital signs: pulse, respiration, blood pressure, body temperature, and calculates a comprehensive fifth signal based off of those 4. The device is not distributed to the general public, but only to emergency teams and rescue workers who frequently race against time. The inspection is strictly for first aid purposes only, so follow-up treatments at a hospital is preferable. There's PDA and radio. Okay, here we go. Oh, thank you, Chase. You found it. Oh my god. Yeah, the walkathon actually stood for Walkers at Large, kinetically active through hygiene or knowledge. Oh my god. If anyone could find helping children through research and development, what that actually stood for. Oh my god. That would... I will totally read that out loud on stream. PDA. For a period of time, the miniaturization of notebook PCs had lost significant market share to the advancements of cell phone functionality. But the global spread of smartphones with PDA-like functionality revived interest. The Donkey Kong drums. No, you know, the Virtual Boy is going to be the final boss. Clearly, Zarvegas. That said, there's essentially no boundary between PDAs and smartphones nowadays. Some people might say that the PDA market was absorbed into the smartphone market. Yes, it was. And disappeared, but the newest marketing trend is to revive the term PDA. Really? Really? I'll click the all button before we leave tips. Yes. Don't worry. And after largely lost familiarity with young people, the perceived freshness of the word fans of consumer interest, sure it does. I think the people who wrote it just like the term. The device is used by Watase and the others as special models provided only to serious members and are equipped with radio and thermography functions not normally given to PDAs on the market. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh wait! She's actually, oh my god! Yes! Okay, helping children through research and development is... Hi everyone, let's pitch in and get cracking here in Louisiana doing right, eh? Now then, hateful rich overbearing ugly guys hurt royally every time someone eats a radish, carrot, horse d'oeuvre, hors d'oeuvre, and never does dishes. Eventually, Victor eats lunch over Peoria mit ein Newsburger Tod. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you, Oe. I used to watch Mystery Science Theater so much as a little kid, seriously. Like, for those who don't know, you might be too young. Mystery Science Theater was basically the precursor of all of what we come to know now as internet humor. And that is making a lot of references to other works of fiction and, like, you know, general snide remarks and memes before there were memes. It was just really, just really. Some parts of it are dated, but overall, it's fucking incredible show that still holds up. The best episodes still make me laugh out loud like crazy. If y'all haven't seen Mystery Science Theater, any episodes of it, you owe it to yourself to at least see some of the episodes. I know they're 2 hours long each because they literally watch an entire movie each episode, but seriously. Anyway, and yes, Zarvegas Nakazawa wants to make fetch happen again. He just really likes the term. Radiation exposure. Oh yeah, I'll press the all button. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the ones I haven't seen yet. Okay. Yep, and yeah, they're still around today as riff tracks, and I think there are newer seasons on Netflix as well that I heard were pretty good last time I checked. I haven't seen it yet though, but yeah, definitely. Radiation exposure refers to the exposure of the human body to radiation. One basic classification of radiation exposure is external or internal. Outside source or inside source. Yep. Oh, here we go. Systemic symptoms. 10,000 MSV, 100% death rate. Oh, hello, Relast. Welcome to the stream. 4,000 MSV, 50% death rate within 60 days. 3,000 MSV, disturbance of consciousness. 1,000 MSV, nausea and fatigue. 500 MSV, temporary reduction in white blood cell count. 200 to 250, no symptoms. 2.4 is the natural radiation dosage. Radiation damage is said to cause cancer, leukemia, cataracts, and infertility, but due to the impossibility of running radiation clinical trials with informed consent, much of our radiation damage is unclear. Oh, MSB is millisievert. Oh, thank you. Away. Radiation can damage DNA, but cells are capable of automatic DNA repair. Thus, the general opinion of scientists today is that unless the dosage of radiation is high and happens all at once, the risks of DNA damage can be suppressed. It is important to know both the risks of radiation damage and to proceed with appropriate caution. Oh, we know what radiation is. Oh, here's the radiation measuring instrument. Yeah, like, why don't they use Geiger counters? Yeah, Ever17 you also use PDAs, OA, but Ever17 was written when PDAs were actually a thing. So, they can be excused. Even though it took place in 2017. Since human senses cannot detect radiation, we need to use dedicated radiation measuring instruments. To properly plan for safe precautions in radioactive experiments, such handheld devices are called survey meters, and are generally known as Geiger counters. Yet, however, Geiger counter is not the general term for these devices, but rather refers specifically to those that use Geiger-Müller tubes. Aside from GM tubes, one other survey meters use scintillators or ionization chambers. Yep, I remember using the scintillation machine. Scintillation counter. However, as the name suggests, the Geiger counter counts the number of radiation events. However, since it only counts the number, not the strength of the events, it cannot... Wow. It cannot measure the amount of radiation energy and tends to overestimate actual radiation dosage to account for measurement error. The Geiger counter is relatively cheap and aimed at personal ownership. A scintillation counter measures radiation energy based on the pulses of visible light released by a scintillator in response to radiation. Ionization chamber survey meter calculates radiation dosage by the amount of ions generated from radiation passing through a hermetically sealed container of gas. Nuclear power facilities and monitoring posts at every prefecture measure radiation dosage periodically, even outside of crises. Almost all such facilities use scintillation or ionization chamber measuring instrument. Here we go, the radiation inhibitor drug. I want to hear about this. Yeah, flip phones, are making a comeback. Away is right, but the Galaxy Flip is different from the old style of flip phone because it doesn't have any buttons. It's basically like the size of an average smartphone when it's opened, and it's compact when it like, you know, fits in people's pockets and shit. Like it folds up to shut down. So it's basically a smartphone that folds in half. So it's a newer generation type of flip phone, if you even want to call it that. But yeah, I guess it technically is. There's also the Z Fold 3. That's basically a cell phone that folds out into a mini tablet, which is crazy. Anyway, back to this game. Alone Desire, AD for short. An anti-radiation exposure drug developed by the pharmaceutical company Beetlejuice, new treatments, and packaged in ampules. It contains medical nanomachines which, when administered, neutralize and expel up to 4,000 MSV per hour of radiation. Dang! Nanomachines! Holy fraps! Jeez! Protecting the user from internal and external exposure. The effect lasts approximately 60 minutes! Oh, crap baskets. The drug was approved in 2021, but still has not been distributed to the general public. However, starting with Labo in Rokamei City, nuclear power research institutes are allowed to use it experimentally. Nuclear power may indeed be useful, but the bottleneck in its implementation is definitely the fear of radiation exposure. If only nuclear fission could be used to its fullest extent without fear of radiation. Up until now, that thought had not been a reality, but a merely desire alone. Hence the name Alone Desire, it still sounds like a fucking perfume. However, AD is slowly making that desire a reality. Dispelling the fear of accumulated radiation exposure also ties to the training of veteran nuclear engineers to increase safety nets. Thus, much is expected from this drug in the future. But it's really just nanomachine, son. Like, jeez. Like, you could do so much more with that. Wow. Millisieverts is 3 indispensable units when dealing with radiation: BQ becquerels, GY grays, and SV Seville. The BQ measurement measures the amount of radiation a radioactive material releases in 1 second. The GY measures how much radiation energy a particular object absorbs per kilogram when it is exposed to radiation. The SV and GY are both units that describe radiation absorption, whereas the GY measures absorbed dose. The SV measures equivalent dose, which accounts for how much harm the radiation harms the human body. SV measurements are typically given in USV, microsievert, millisievert, and SV sievert are rarely used. Yeah. Just like in molecular biology, we often work in microliters, so it makes sense. In the same way that the body heights are typically given in centimeters and body weights in kilograms, the need to use MSV or SV instead of micro SV says something of the abnormality of the situation. You wouldn't expect someone to be 100 meters tall and weigh 2,000 kilograms. Millisievert per hour denotes radiation dose over the span of an hour. Meltdown, also known as the nuclear reactor core meltdown, refers to when nuclear fuel melts into the base of its pressure vessel container due to errors like cooling system failure. Yep, unless handled properly, the radioactive material is at risk of spreading outside, causing an extremely serious nuclear disaster. A worse situation is the melt through. Really? When the nuclear fuel penetrates beyond the pressure vessel container, then through subsequent barriers, even worse is it melt out, where the nuclear fuel breaks through the entire reactor and leaks into the ground. Jeez. They don't have quite the oomph that the term meltdown does. It's like, oh no, a melt out. No, meltdown sounds much more terrifying. That should be the top one. Furthermore, meltdowns are not limited to just the nuclear reactor core. Pools of spent fuel also hold the risk of a meltdown if not properly cooled. I'm a survivor, I'm a giver, da-da-da-doo-doo. People found alive and in need of rescue, yeah. Rescue squad, here we go, the last one. In a fire department, the elite team that actively saves lives is called the Rescue Squad. Rescue Squad is defined by the Rescue Squad Formation Equipment and Safety Standards Ordinance. Ordinance of the Ministry of Home Affairs, number 22 of 1986, which also calls for the okay, let's see. I don't want to spend too much. They're accurate to the effects, definitely GAs, but they don't sound as terrifying, which is weird because they're supposedly worse. Okay, so every city wanted its own rescue squad classification. The Tokyo Fire Department has hyper rescue. Are you serious? This can't be real. This can't be real. And the Kyoto Fire Department has super command rescue. What the actual fuck? There's no way that's real. There's no way. Hyper Rescue did especially. You're kidding. You're kidding. You're kidding. You're fucking kidding me. That's the real. That's not a joke. That's not fictional. What? Hyper Rescue did especially remarkable work after the 2004 Niigata Shuatsu earthquake. And thus the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications revised the aforementioned ordinance in 2006. Above the classification of Special Rescue Squad, Elite Rescue Squad, and Special Elite Rescue Squad, it does sound like a Kamen Rider name. It totally does. That's exactly what I was thinking of. It does. It sounds like freaking Kamen Rider. God, like... I can't believe that's real. You'd think they would take it more seriously. And the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communication revised the aforementioned ordinance. Above the classification of Special Rescue Squad were established, providing nationwide rescue preparedness in case of disasters. Elite rescue squads are deployed in large-scale disasters and are often called Super Rescue. What? While Special Elite Rescue Squads are deployed in even more serious MVC disasters and are called Hyper Rescue. I mean, doesn't Elite and Special Elite already... isn't that enough already? Like, you think that fits better. Like, you have the Elite at the Special Elite. Okay. But the Rokame City Fire Department Special Elite Rescue Squad series is at this highest level. And, jeez. Like, again, calling it Special Elite makes a lot more sense than calling it Hyper Rescue. Sounds like something from frickin' my little son watches Paw Patrol. That's exactly what it freaking sounds like. Oh, it's saved. Alright. Hey, look! This game. This is what we were playing 5 years ago. Let's continue. It's a touchpad, so all you have to do is press this part of the screen here. Watase tried tapping on the screen as he listened to Kazami's instructions. Huh! Interesting. So, the suits are very, heat protected. When he did, the screen filled with the primary colors, red, blue, and yellow.
赤いところが熱を持っているってことか。
So that means anything that's red is carrying heat.
簡易なものですが、状況によっては便利です。
It may be simple, but it can be very handy in the red situation.
なるほど。
I see.
で、もちろんデータの持ち運びなんかもできるんだけど、なんかデータ入ってない？
And y'all can carry around data with that thing too, of course. Oh yeah, is there any data in yours?
どうだろう。
Let me check.
Watase tried just pressing anything that looked potentially helpful. But it didn't look like he'd be able to access any of the data folders. They were all locked with a password.
パスワードだってよ。誰か知らないか？
It needs a password. Any idea what it might be?
当然ながら存じません。
That's a negative, obviously.
ちなみに電話機能は地下では使えないよ。無線も現在すごく精度が落ちてるし。
Oh, by the way, the phone don't work down here, and the radio's pretty much useless right now. We are so fucked.
さっきも言ってたな。
Yeah, I remember you telling me that before.
Despite that, Watase tried to use the phone. Decided to try and use the phone function. He first attempted to call Dojima, the co-worker that Kazami had mentioned earlier. But all he heard was the sound as a dead dial tone. No, he didn't hear the gaster sound. He next tried to use the radio function to contact Hiyama, his other co-worker. But all he heard this time was static. It was the same with every other number and frequency he tried to contact.
くそ。ほとんど役立たずじゃねえか。
Damn it. This piece of junk's worth crap right now.
せめてパスワードが分かれば何か手がかりになるかもしれないのにな。
If I can only figure out the password, then I might be able to find some clues.
適当に思いついた単語でも入力してみれば？
Why don't y'all try typing in whatever comes to mind? It was right then that Yuri timidly spoke up. She might know it.
やめた方がいいと思います。I don't think that's a good idea. You know, if you type in too many wrong passwords, then it'll lock you out.
Huh?
どうしてそう思うの？
Why the hell not, sweetheart?
大事な PDA だから万が一壊れたら大変だし。
Ooh, what does she know?
The PDA is important to you, so you'd be in a lot of trouble if you broke it by accident.
そうだな。
Yeah, good point.
No, I don't know. That sounds pretty sus to me. Watase put the PDA away.
ところで、立花たちが持ち込んだ備品はどんなものがあるんだ？
By the way, guys, what's with all the gear you brought here? What's all the gear that you brought here do?
ああ、それも覚えてないんだよね。じゃあ、時間ないから手短に説明するよ。
Oh, dang. Y'all forgot that too, huh? Well, time's short, so I'll have to give y'all an abridged explanation.
すまない、頼む。
Thanks. Sorry to make you do this.
shucks, no problem at all. This is the tutorial. June nodded and pointed to the equipment lying in the corner.
まずこれがさっき投与した AD。
First off, this is AD. Pretty sure y'all are familiar with it by now.
60分の間放射線被曝を予防する薬だよ。
Just to recap, it's a drug that protects your body from radiation for an hour. So as soon as that hour is up, y'all will be roasted hotter than a hamburger.
今の俺たちの生命線か。
So this is all that's keeping us alive now, huh?
そういうこと。支給されたものプラス施設内にあったものをかき集めてやっと7本。
Yup. With the ones they gave us and what we found lying around, we got a total of 7 doses. Okay, so they found plenty lying around. Even so, 7 with the 2 people that they're gonna find. Like, dang. So with that, it seems they'll only have a limit of 2 hours overall before they have to stop.
Hmm? 施設内にも AD があるってことか。
Huh? What exactly do you mean by the ones we found lying around?
有事の際に備えて箱に入った AD がいくつか保管されてるらしいんだよ。
Seems that there's a bunch of boxes full of AD in this place that were stashed away in case of an emergency.
でも第1第2エリアの AD はほとんど消失しちゃったみたい。
Unfortunately, looks like most of the stockpiles in Area 1 and 2 went up in flames. Oh, sure. I'll tone down yours.
4人に対し残り7本ということは、このままじゃ2時間も持たないってことか。
So there's 7 ampules for the 4 of us, which means that will only last for 2 more hours at this rate.
もっと数があった方が安心だね。それも今後探していこう。
It'd sure make things easier if we found more, wouldn't it? So we'll keep our eyes peeled for more as we go.
次にこれ。放射線計測器プロキオン。
Next up is Procyon, our radiation counter.
いわゆるガイガーカウンターの最新版。この小さな機体で15000ミリシーベルトまでの放射線量を計測数値化できるんだ。
It's basically the latest model of Geiger counters. This little sucker can measure and quantify radiation levels up to 15,000 MSV. Woo!
これと AD はラボの関係者から支給されたもの。これがあったから助かってるようなものだよ。
Now, the Procyon and AD were given to use by Labo staff. They've both been a real big help, to say the least.
Yeah, they are really handy. Something like the staff gave them to us knowing what was to come.
なーにボケっと考え込んでんの？さっさと次に行くよ。
Hey, quit staring off into space, please. I'm moving on to the next item.
これは我が隊の基本装備ね。空気ボンベ。
Oh, this thing here is an air tank. Standard equipment for our squad.
でも免停が破損しちゃって今はほとんど役に立たないんだよ。
But all our faceplates are damaged, so it ain't much good to us now. Except if we want to use it as a weapon against some kind of evil creature that's gonna charge at us.
そうか。重要そうなのに残念だな。
I see. That's too bad. They look really important too.
こいつはエアジャッキ。
Now this thing here is an air jack.
空気ボンベと組み合わせて圧縮空気の力で重いものを動かす強力なジャッキさ。
The powerful jack that y'all can combine with an air tank to create compressed air that y'all can use to move heavy objects.
空気ボンベを使うのか。使用回数は有限ってわけだな。
So you use it with the air tank? I mean, I'm guessing you can use it only a limited amount of times, but still.
免停が壊れた以上、それが空気ボンベの唯一の用途だね。
Well, with the faceplates damaged, that's the only use it has.
さて次はエンジンカッター。
Now then, next we have the engine cutter.
強力な内蔵バッテリーで電動エンジンを駆動。腎臓ダイヤの刃を回し、鉄でも何でもスパスパ切っちゃう憎いやつ。
Its electric engine is powered by a strong internal battery. This baby and her artificial diamond blade can slice through iron and pretty much anything else like it was butter. Woo!
興奮するなよ。目が怖いぞ。
Could you not get so excited about it? That look in your eyes is scaring me.
Oh god, do I just love cutting things.
Oh, not helping.
よく言われるよ。
I get that a lot, sweetheart.
それと10メートルロープが1本で、装備は全部かな。
Oh,
覚えられた隊長。
relaxed. I am totally thinking of Mion. When I see her, she is the spitting image of Mion. And last but not least, have a 10-meter long rope. I think that's everything. Can y'all remember that, Captain?
あ、問題ない。
Yeah, no prob. Not with my trusty handy-dandy backlog.
ちなみに他にも放射線防護服が2つあったんですが。
Incidentally, we also have 2 radiation protection suits.
防護服は消火活動中に破損してもう使い物にならないのです。
But they got damaged while we were putting out fires, so we can't use them anymore. Kazami pointed out to 2 ragged objects. Both protection suits had cracked faceplates.
気密性、耐火性、耐水性に優れ、面体部分にボンベを直接装着できることが強みだったのですが。
They were fine pieces of equipment with excellent fire and water resistance. Airtight and even allowed you to connect an air tank directly to their faceplates.
So こが破損してしまったせいで、空気ボンベも役に立たなくなってしまいました。
But since they're damaged now, the air tank's no longer useful.
それは痛いな。
That's too bad.
でもそういえば隊長も防護服を着ていたはずだよね。どうして今は着てないんだろう。
Ooh, wait a sec, Cap. Weren't y'all wearing a protective suit too? What happened to it?
動きにくそうだから脱いじまったとか。
Huh? Maybe I took it off because it was hard to move in or something? I have no idea.
まさか本来この施設での救助活動には防護服の着用が義務付けられているんですよ。
At this point, I'd honestly much rather have Keiichi with me on than with the freaking travesty of Higurashi Reiwa for sure. Yeah, I'll give that to you. Sure, she actually looks like she could be. Actually, I'd totally accept that. Impossible. We're all required to wear the protective suits to carry out our rescue activities in this facility from the start.
そうか。でもわからんな。それも例によって覚えてないんだよ。
I see, but sorry, I don't know why. That's another thing you can chalk up to my amnesia.
Not only had he had 2 security cards on him, but he also hadn't been wearing his protective suit. There were just too many mysteries about Watasi's actions before he lost his memories. Yeah, Meguri is fine. Meguri is fine. It's, well, we don't know what it's gonna do, but it's still on Satoko Washi part of Gosotsu, so we don't know how it'll improve the Sotsu part. But for now, it's fine. Reiwa is the one. Yeah.
Seriously, what in the world was I doing in the basement floors?
There was probably no one out there who could answer the question. Watase then spoke with a sigh.
ところで、この後、君らはどうするんだ?
By the way, what are you guys planning to do now?
ねえ、レベル4のカードも手に入りましたし、捜索範囲を拡大するべきだと思いますが。
Well, now that we have level 4 cards, I believe that we should be able to greatly expand our search area. However,
体調はどうする？休んでた方がいいかな。
what about y'all, Captain? Maybe better for you to rest.
そうですね。まだ記憶も曖昧なご様子ですし。
Seeing as how you haven't remembered anything yet, I'm inclined to agree.
ああ、確かに。
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Just as Watase was about to take them up on their offer, he locked eyes with Yuri.
Ugh.
She still had fear in her eyes. He remembered the voice that he'd heard back when they'd rescued her.
止まるな。彼女を助けろ。
Ooh.
Don't stop. Save her.
Huh.
Getting more messages through the morphogenetic field.
He suddenly began wondering if it was really okay for him just to sit around in this room.
Is saving Yuri and Lee simply leaving it at that all right? No.
With his mind made up, Watase called out to Kazami and June.
待ってくれ。俺にも要救助者の捜索を手伝わせてくれ。
Wait. Let me help out with rescuing any of their survivors.
But
大丈夫なの隊長？
y'all sure you'll be okay, Captain?
確かに記憶は曖昧だし、お前らから見たら足手まといかもしれないけど。
It's true that I don't remember all that much, and that I might be just a burden in your eyes.
腐っても俺はレスキュー隊なんだろ。だったら一人だけ休んでいるなんて耐えられないんだよ。
But that doesn't change that I'm still a rescue worker, right? So I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I just sat on the sidelines while you're all still hard at work.
Watase was stirred on by an almost impulsive sense of duty. Kazami's eyes widened. She then gave a very wry smile. Oh, for some reason that was very quiet, but sheesh. Some things never just change. Just never change. Oh, dang. I'm getting some vibes between these two. Her face suddenly grew serious again. Is she a kudere?
隊長、本来であれば記憶喪失の原因も不明ですし、動向は推奨できません。
Captain, normally I would not recommend you come with us. Over the cause of your amnesia still unknown.
ですが、火災の恐れもありますし、AD も投与し続けなければならない。
But taking into consideration the fact there are still fires out there, and that we need to keep injecting you with AD.
ならば、我々と共に行動するのが一番安全かもしれません。
Perhaps letting you come with us would be the safest course of action.
そうか。だったら。
All right, then.
ただし、
However,
これは通常の現状ではありません。隊員として同行するならば、 それ相応の覚悟をしていただきます。
I've already trusted in her, so I think I'll keep my trust in her. I already have max trust in her anyway. I think I'll keep everything the way it is. This is no ordinary mission. So if you want to stay with us as a rescue worker, then you must be prepared to accept the responsibilities and duties that come with it.
記憶が戻るまでは隊長を新人隊員として扱います。隊長は森部と同様、私の指揮下に入ってください。
You will be treated as a new recruit until you regain your memory. I ask that you follow my orders just as Maribe does.
比例は重々承知ですが、そうでもしなければ命に関わります。どうかご容赦を。
I know this is a severe violation of my station, but trust me when I say your life could be in grave danger if you don't do as I say. Please try to understand. Watase felt overpowered by Kazami's words.
あ、了解だ。
Yeah, roger that.
But he fired himself up by answering loud and clear. Woo! June shrugged her shoulders when she saw that.
いや、隊長、なんか面白い展開になってきたね。
Dang. Huh. I really like you. Wow, this sure is an interesting turn of events.
それじゃあ、一時のこととはいえ、しばらく同輩としてよろしく頼むよ。
And I guess this makes us just equals now, for now, even if it's just temporary. So let's get along, okay? I'm not the bottom rung anymore. I'm not the bottom rung anymore. Woo!
そうだな。こちらこそよろしくな。
You're right. I'm looking forward to working with you two.
それではしばらくご辛抱を。記憶さえ戻れば誰より有能な隊長に戻れるはずですので。
Then let's be patient for the time being. After all, once you get your memories back, you should go back to being the captain we all know and admire. Dang. God, I really want to know what is her relationship with the captain. Like, and I don't just mean romantic. I mean like what were they like beforehand? Jeez.
それを期待したいところだね。
Yeah, that's something we're looking forward to.
そうなのか。
I see.
His old self must have been someone amazing if Kazami and Jun were counting on him so much.
So we have to live up to their expectations as soon as possible.
With that thought in mind, Watase turned to Yuri.
ユーリはどうする？ここで休んでいるか？
What about you, Yuri? Do you want to rest here?
A look of hesitation briefly flashed by Yuri's face after she heard that question. But she answered quickly.
私も一緒に行き
No,
ます。
I'll go with you. She'd probably just realized how grim the situation was after listening to the group's conversation.
I'd feel better if she were with us too.
Yeah, you should definitely not Scooby-Doo this shit. Just keep it all together. Keep everybody together. Kasami spoke up as that thought crossed Watase's mind. You never split the party.
では4人全員で第3エリアへ向かうことにしましょう。
Then it's settled. The four of us will head for Area 3 next.
それじゃあ携行する装備を選ぼう。隊長も手伝って。
Oh, wow. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. I really hope. Oh god. Oh god. Let's decide what equipment to take with us. Y'all help us out too, Captain.
Oh.
Yeah, on it.
And so the group quickly decided on their gear. Oh, good. Okay. They're not gonna make me choose. Thank God. First, they took all 7 ADs, splitting them up between Watase, Kazami, and June. Watase and June each took 1 Procyon. Meanwhile, Watase and Kazami split the level 4 cards amongst themselves. Watase also took the 10-meter rope, wrapping it around his upper body in an X shape. Perhaps they were too lightly equipped, but they decided that mobility took precedence above all else.
皆さん、準備はできましたか?
Is everyone ready?
いつでも行けるぜ。
Whenever you are.
Yes.
それじゃ行くよ。隊長、足引っ張んないでね。
Hey, let's go! Don't slow us down, Captain.
お、精一杯頑張るよ。
Roger that. I'll give it all I've got. I don't know what I can do in my condition, but I'll still do my best.
Watase swore to that, then left the makeshift base alongside Kazami and the others. The group headed for Area 3 as quickly as they could. Alright, we're leaving the tutorial area here. One of the security gates that Kazami mentioned earlier came into view when they approached the connecting passageway. Kazami pointed to a terminal next to the gate.
これがカードスロットです。ここにカードを通せばゲートは開きます。
This is a card slot. Just swipe the right card in here and the gates will open.
一度開けたゲートも再び通過する際にはその都度カードが必要になります。
You'll need a card every time you pass through a gate, even if you've already opened it once before. Ooh.
わかった。
Yep, that's how the security gates worked in the labs, but yeah.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
He looked at June as he said this. She then pulled out a Procyon and stared hard at it.
何をしてるんだ？
What are you doing?
未捜索の場所に入る前にはプロキオンを使って放射線量をチェックしなきゃ。
How do you check radiation levels before we go into an area we haven't searched yet?
このゲートの先は我々にとって未知の領域ですからね。
Remember, everything past this point is uncharted territory for us. Kazami and Jude's faces were dead serious. It definitely, I agree with lads. It definitely feels like foreshadowing. Watase took the card out as nervousness took hold of him and swiped it through the slot. The gates opened with a loud sound. Watase and June both studied their Procyons carefully. The number was 1,285 MSV, slightly higher than the reading they got at Area 1 earlier. Still, that is a lot.
よし、安全基準値内だ。
Okay, it's within safety standards.
安全基準値内。
What does that mean?
汚染はされてるけど、比較的安全ってことだよ。
It means it's contaminated, but it's still relatively safe.
安全基準値が4000ミリシーベルト以内。これは AD 投与の上なら被爆の危険は皆無という値です。
The safety standard is within 4,000 MSV. In other words, there's no danger of radiation contamination there so long as we've injected ourselves with AD.
第一危険基準値が4000ミリシーベルトから8000ミリシーベルト。これは AD 投与の上でも長時間の被爆は望ましくない。
The first danger standard is 4,000 to 8,000 MSV. This refers to an area we don't want to stay in for too long, even with AD.
第二危険基準値8000ミリシーベルト以上は AD 投与の上でも生命の保証なしです。
The second danger standard is over 8,000 MSV, meaning that our lives are at great risk there, even with AD.
要するに4000ミリシーベルト以内なら AD があれば大丈夫。
So basically, if we have AD, we'll be okay if the reading's within 4,000 MSV.
4000ミリシーベルトを超えたら AD があってもちょっとやばい。
If it's over the 4,000 MSV, then it's a bit dangerous even if we have AD.
8000ミリシーベルトを超えたら AD があっても死にかねないってわけ。
And if it's over 8,000 MSV, it's likely we'll die even with AD. Did I get that all right?
ええ、危険基準値を超えた汚染区域ではプロキオンが警告音を発します。
Yes. The Procyon will beep if we're in a contaminated zone that exceeds the danger standard.
万が一警告音が鳴ったら速やかにその場を離れてください。
If you hear it beeping by any chance, then please get out of there ASAP.
あ、わかった。
Yeah, got it.
The group passed through the gate as they talked. The further they walked down the connecting passageway, the worse the damage got. Oh boy. Area 3. The walls have been burned to hell and back, and the ceiling was damaged too.
ひでえな。
Holy crap.
ここでも爆発が起きたようですね。
It would appear that there were explosions here too. Explosions? And then, just when they finished rounding a corner, the whole group gasped. Oh! There she is! Shh. There was a woman dangling upside down from the ceiling. It looked like she was sticking her lower torso in the air duct.
これは一体
What in the world?
シュールな光景。
Well, that's not something you see every day. Oh, that's not something you see every day. As Kazami and June stared in utter disbelief, the woman's eyes widened with shock. Who's there?
あ、俺たちはレスキュー隊の者だが。
We're rescue workers, ma'am.
レスキュー隊ちょうどよかった。
Rescue workers. Perfect timing.
出られなくなっちゃったの。引っ張ってちょうだい。
I'm stuck. Mind helping pulling me out?
わかった。
Okay.
森部、エアダクト直下で待機。この方が頭から落下しないように。
Really, she has the same Japanese voice actor as Mayuzumi. Thank you, Ace. Maribe, stand right below the air duct. Make sure she doesn't land head first.
了解。それじゃ、せーの。
Roger. Okay then. Ready, set. The rescue squad then frantically pulled the woman's body and safely rescued her.
助かったわ。
You saved me. The woman, now standing upright on the floor, said this with a bit of embarrassment in her voice. Seemed that she was also a survivor.
しかし、何やってたんだ、あんた。
But what were you doing?
あれよあれ。
Maybe. Me? Well, you see. The woman pointed to the air duct on the ceiling.
なぜか急にゲートが閉まって、この通路に閉じ込められちゃったから、エアダクトから逃げられないか試してたのよ。
The gate suddenly shut for some reason. I got stuck in the passageway. So I tried to use the air ducts to get out of here.
天井から垂れたケーブルを使って、なんとかあそこまでよじ登ったんだけどね。
You know what? I think I'll give her the Zell voice. I somehow managed to climb all the way up there. I found using a cable dangling from the ceiling, but
エアダクト内を動き回ってたら、ずり落ちそうになって、あのざまよ。
I moved around the air duct only to nearly slide out. And well, you know the rest.
それは苦労されましたね。ですが、このエアダクトは脱出には使えません。
You went through a lot, that's for sure. But you can't get out through those air ducts.
そうなの？
Really?
ええ。調べましたが、ダクト内に何か機械のようなものが設置されています。地上に続く部分は完全に通行不能です。
Yes, I checked myself. But here there's some sort of machine sitting up in the ducts. There's no way to pass through the section that leads to the surface.
あら残念。まあ、ここから地上に出るつもりはなかったけど、
Oh
この
my.
通路の中から脱出したかっただけよ。
That's a shame. Well, I wasn't trying to get to the surface anyway. Just out of this passageway. The woman said that calmly.
Don't tell me. She doesn't know what's going on right now.
Yep, I gave this voice to Mayuzumi as well. But it'll be hopefully a lot more toned down for her. Because Mayuzumi was Mayuzumi. With that thought weighing on his mind, Watase faced the woman and called out.
あんたはこのラボの職員か。
Do you work for this place?
いいえ、六名学園高等部の教師よ。
No, I'm a high school teacher at Wokume Academy.
六名学園。
Rokumi Academy?
え？知らないの？市内の特化学校よ。
Huh? You've never heard of it? It's the specialty school in the city limits. Now that he thought about it, her smartly dressed attire was befitting of a teacher. But it was covered in soot, just like the rest of the group. She'd probably been through the ringer. What I'm most concerned about is these, like, exposed spots on her clothing right there. Like, what is that about?
んなことよりあなたたち救助に来たんでしょ。とりあえず外に連れてってよ。
So, anyway, you guys are rescue workers, right? Then could you get me out of this place? Pretty please. She looks at Watase with eyes full of expectation. But all he could do was answer with a bit of guilt in his heart.
実は
About that.
The woman's face grew more and more pale the further he explained about their current predicament. It only got worse when he told her that the phones and radios were down and the elevators weren't working. But it wasn't until she heard the part about how there was no way to escape to the surface that she finally started shouting desperately.
そんな核壁が閉まったってどういうこと？
No way. What do you mean the bulkheads are shut?
原因はこちらでもつかめておりません。
We can't figure out why it happened either.
そんなもの壊してしまえばいいじゃない。なんかこう特殊装備的なもので。
Yep, definitely a good candidate for the Mayazumi voice. Then why don't you just destroy the damn thing with some sort of special equipment or something?
私らも散々試したんだよ。でもエンジンカッターでも全く歯が立たないんだ。
Oh, hush up. We tried everything we goddamn can. Not even our engine cutter could make it in that thing. Poor engine cutter. I'll miss you like it was yesterday. But right here! Sometimes I can even hear its voice.
我々の装備ではあの核壁の破壊は不可能です。
We can't destroy the bulkhead with any of the equipment we have on hand.
レスキューってのも案外使えないのね。
I never thought the rescue squad could be this useless.
確かに我々の装備では破壊できませんが、地上にいる隊員の装備の中には爆薬もあるは
Oh,
ずです。
hello, Tara. Welcome to the stream. It really does seem like a spiritual successor to Infinity. It's true that we can't destroy it with our equipment, but the workers on the surface should have explosives with them.
いずれあの核壁を破壊し増援が来ることでしょう。だから今はどうかご勘弁を。
So it's only a matter of time before that bulkhead is destroyed and reinforcements come. So please try to understand for now.
そう仕方ないわね。
I see. Then I guess there's nothing you can do about it. The woman let out an exasperated sigh.
ちょっとあんたね。
Now wait just a minute, lady. Kasami held back June as the latter snarled angrily. Oh my god.
そんなことよりまずは AD を投与しましょう。
More importantly, we need to give her some AD. Seriously.
あ、そうか。そうしなきゃまずいぞ。
Oh, you're right. She'll be in big trouble without it.
AD？ 何のこと？
AD. What's that? I guess that's nothing to do with what year it is.
AD というのはつまり
Well, it's... You see... Kazami explained AD to the woman. She also told her about the radiation filling the facility, the danger standards, and the Procyon. The woman's attitude took a complete 180 after she heard all that. Really?
射線
Radiation?
ええ。なお、放射線障害の自覚症状は内臓、皮膚、目に現れやすいです。
That's correct. Furthermore, subjective symptoms of radiation damage easily appear in the internal organs, skin, and eyes.
嘔吐感、皮膚の痛み、視界の霞などはありませんか？
Are you experiencing any nausea, skin pain, or blurry vision?
とりあえず大丈夫みたいだけど。
No. Oh, no. I think I'm feeling okay.
よかった。今から AD 打てばきっと大丈夫だ。
Good. Think you'll be fine as long as we give you some AD now.
でも早くした方がいいよ。そうしないとその憎まれ口も叩けなくなっちゃうから。
But y'all better do it quick, you hear? Oh, is she supposed to have a southern accent? If you don't, y'all won't be running around till it's off like that. Let's see.
わかったわ。これを打てばいいのね。
Oh, okay. Then all I have to do is inject myself with this.
そうそう、素直でよろしい。
Righto! Now that's better. June held the AD out to the woman. She proceeded to quickly inject herself with it. June held the AD out to the woman. She proceeded to quickly inject herself with it.
これでいいのよね。
So I'll be okay now. Alright? She was now a lot calmer and quieter, showing no signs of the hysterical woman that had been yelling at them just a few minutes ago. Jeez! Seems she finally understood the situation she was in.
ところで、あんた名前はなんて言うんだ？
Oh, by the way, what's your name?
椿山えなよ。あなた方は？
Ena Subakiyama. And you guys are? The group promptly answered Ina's question.
私は副隊長の立花。こちらは森部隊員です。
Oh, thank you, GAs. Oh, that's right. You translated this? This too? Jesus Louises. Wow. Oh my god. Well, thank you so much. Holy shit. Jeez. I'm Lieutenant Tachibana. This is Ensign Maribe.
で、こっちがさっき救助した民間人のユーリだよ。
And this girl is Yuri, a civilian we found trapped down here.
民間人？私以外にもこの事故に巻き込まれた人がいたの？
A civilian? So there's someone besides me who was caught up in this incident? Yes. Is it okay if I make her voice like whispering like that? Because I was using like the Maria voice from Movie Neko. But yeah, if you don't think that was appropriate for her, I can just like do like a really just whispering thing for her, because she's very, very demure. Yuri gave the timid answer, and then followed up with a question of her own.
先生はどうしてここに？
Why are you here, Professor Tsubakiyama? Yuri politely referred to Anna as Professor. Oh, so she's one of her teachers. Anna appeared to be used to being called that, as she answered Yuri's question without the slightest hint of awkwardness.
私？ 私はここの職員に呼ばれてきたの？
Me? I was summoned by here by one of the staff who work here.
そうしたらいきなり爆発が起きて、みんながパニックになって、よくわからないうちにここに閉じ込められちゃったの。
But then this explosion came out of nowhere. And next thing I know, everyone's panicking. It was so crazy that before I knew it, I was stuck here.
そいつは災難だったな。
Talk about being the wrong place at the wrong time.
何を人事みたいに。レスキュー隊ってのはもっと要救助者に親身になるものじゃないの？
Hey! Why are you acting like it's not your problem? You're a rescue worker. So aren't you supposed to be nicer to the people you save?
そうかな。
Really?
Anna glared at Watase.
そういえば、あなただけまだ名乗ってないわね。あなたは何？
While we're at it, you're the only one whose name I haven't heard yet. Who are you?
あ、俺は笠崎渡瀬。一応この隊の隊長だ。
Oh, I'm Watase Kasasagi. I'm this squad's captain, sorta.
隊長さんなの？一応って、なんだか頼りなさそうだけど。
Permission to rename Anna to Karen. Oh god. Oh no! She has not nearly reached that level. She seems a lot more nice than freaking Mayuzumi, who is just like Karening off the charts. Not yet. So you're the captain. You're not exactly instilling much confidence with that all sorta business. You're right, it is a boot shape. Let's see, how much should I trust her? Let's see. You know what? I should feel sympathetic to her. I think I will because, oh, I see GAs. Let's see. I think I'll trust her 75% here. Because I want to sympathize with her.
So そう言わないでくれよ。とにかくよろしくな、先生。
Please don't say that. Anyway, hope we get along, Teach.
Alright.
え？隊長さん？
Same here, Captain Kasasagi. I'm gonna sympathize with her. Oh, yeah, then this said this with a slightly sarcastic tone in her voice. Yep, definitely the right voice for her. Cause like, she's trapped here. Like, she hasn't done anything unreasonable yet. I have no reason to hate her now. Like, as of yet, she is just another victim here.
But still, it must have been hard for her to be trapped in a place like this all alone.
Yep, exactly. Kasami's words mirrored the thoughts passing through Watase's mind.
それでは先に進みましょう。他にも要救助者がいるかもしれません。
Now then, let's press onwards. There might be other survivors. The group started walking again at that suggestion. There was a security gate at the end of the passageway, but a swipe of the security card quickly took care of it. That's all the time we're spending in Area 3, huh? With that, the group of 5... Oh, they didn't even get into Area 3 yet? I thought that was Area 3. Okay, bye, OA. Thank you so much for coming. Area 3, Inner Ring B2. Looks much more steel, metallic, considerably different from all the other floors. The walls were made of unfaced concrete. Oh, concrete, it looks quite shiny. The ceiling steel frame and cables were completely exposed. Watase checked his Procyon to find their display read 1381 MSV. Still pretty good, I guess. Okay.
ここも安全みたいだな。
Good. Looks like this place is safe too.
That was the hallway connecting Area 2 and 3. Dang, that was a long hallway.
安全ね。本来なら異常な線量なんでしょうけど。
Safe, huh? Normally we'd be dead at this level of radiation. Oh boy.
AD がある限りは大丈夫ってことだよ。それにこのエリアは幸い火の気もなさそうだし。
Like we said, we'll be fine as long as we have AD. And fortunately, it doesn't look like there were any fires in this area. At the moment June said that,
この映像はなんで彼らが
ooh, a new character's coming up. Let's see. What voice should I give him?
Impossible. Why were they?
I have no idea what he's like yet. This is just a placeholder. The group heard a voice coming from somewhere.
人がいるみたいですね。
It looks like someone's here.
あ
Yeah.
Watase thought he heard the voice coming from the room right in front of him. The door was labeled surveillance room. Interesting.
おいここにいるのか
Hey, is someone in there?
A voice filled with surprise echoed in reply to Watase's unconscious shouts.
Whoa.
その声は隊長さんか
I thought it would be one of the other workers. Under him.
That voice. Is that you, Captain Kasaragi? Kasasagi?
あんた俺を知ってるのか
What? You know who I am?
知ってるも何も
How could I not know y'all?
Someone was talking to him from the outside of the door. However, Watase didn't recognize the speaker's voice.
Ooh, who is it?
Standing on the other side with a man in a lab coat.
隊長さん戻ってきたのか
Oh wow, he sounds a lot younger than I thought he would. Yeah, seriously, they are running out of time with that AD. If it only lasts an hour per shot. Jeez. Okay guys, I'm just gonna take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Don't worry, I'm still playing. I just take a quick bathroom break. Alright, I am back. Yeah, this guy has a... Oh, I see. I'm reading your comments back here. He has a different character designer than the rest of the core cast. Gee, can you tell? Clearly. Yeah, absolutely. He definitely does not look anything like the rest of them. His goddamn, you know, he kind of reminds me of like Megamind or something with the way his forehead looks, or like a Code Lyoko character. I don't know. His head just seems like stretched out in some way, like that. I do know that we had this guy's name on the ID tag before, but let's see, a proper voice for him would be
Captain Kazasaki, so you're back.
Kazami and Jun's voices, eyes simultaneously widened as soon as they heard the man's voice.
浮田さん
Mr. Ukita,
なんでおじさんがここにいるの？
what are y'all doing here, old man?
君たちも一緒に
What? I'm sorry. He seemed to have metamorphosized the second he turned. Oh, what the fuck?
You're all here too.
The man named Ukita said this with bewilderment.
ちょっと待ってくれ。お前らもこの人と知り合いなのか？
Wait a sec. You guys all know each other?
ええ、先週この方が自動車事故に遭遇したところを我々が救助したんです。
Yes, we saved this man when he got into a car accident just last week. Dang.
まさかおじさん2週続けて事故とか災害に遭遇してたって
Oh
わけ？
god! Oh my god. So he's one of those types of characters. Now don't tell me y'all got into another accident this week, Mr. Ukita. Oh god dang it.
ああ、僕もこんな事態になるなんて夢にも思っていなかったのね。
Yes, oh, there we go. My forehead stretched back out again. Never in my wildest dreams would I have predicted such misfortune befalling me.
I just can't help it. No, it looks like he was like had a normal character design, and then someone just took like the stretching tool on MS Paint. Like, I bet you could almost edit his face like right here, just to make it look like more normal. It's I can't stop looking. Yeah, he's like the ninth man. Is totally Fern Castle. His character design stands out for reasons that it just really makes you think he's gonna be temporary. A bitter look appeared on Ukita's face as he said that. Yes, her forehead. I can't freaking do clavier. I can only do the German, vaguely Eastern European accent in a female voice. I can't do it in a guy yet. I have to figure that out. A bitter look appeared on Ukita's face as he said that.
I don't really know the circumstances, but anyone would be bitter over having luck this bad 2 weeks in a row.
And if Kazami and Jun had saved him once before, and it made sense that he knew them all.
なるほどな。ところであんた、避難に遅れちまったのか？
I see. By the way, were you not able to evacuate in time or something?
何をふざけたことを言ってるんだね。
What? He did it again! No, you can't just keep. Did you not like have a different artist for every single angle that he takes? What? Wait, what? These are like 3 different people. He does look like a Higurashi character. Luca, he does. At this angle now, he does.
What preposterous game are you trying to pull here?
僕をこのエリアに閉じ込めたのは君じゃないか。
You were the one who locked me in this area. Huh?
Kimiyoshi! That's it! That's it! He looks like Kimiyoshi. Thank you, Guppy Force. Watase froze in confusion at the angry look that suddenly appeared on the man's face.
ちょっと待ってくれ。詳しい事情を教えてくれないか。
Hold on a second. Could you explain the details?
君が一番よく知ってるんじゃないのかね。
It's Wendo Tornado. It totally is Zebless. Oh my god. This has got to be on purpose, right? It's got to be. Is he like meant to be like a goofy character or something? Cause you know he had this whole thing of bad luck, you know, so.
Shouldn't you know that better than anyone else here?
それがその
Well, you see.
実は少し前に頭を強く打ったらしく、記憶が混濁してるんだ。
The truth is, it looks like I hit my head really hard a little while back. And thanks to that, I could barely remember anything.
記憶が混濁してるだろ。
Barely remember anything? Are you serious?
Ukita wasn't the only one to react to Watase's explanation.
ちょっと聞いてないわよ。
Wow.
記憶喪失ってやつ。映画じゃあるまいし、そんなことってあるの？
I love this sprite of Enes. This looks like an anime quality screenshot almost here. Wow, that's a really cool sprite. Oh, hold on, I didn't hear any of this. Are you saying you have amnesia? Is that thing even possible outside the movies? I do too. I know exactly what sprite of Tucano's that Burncastle is referring to. Yep, there's one sprite of Tucano's where she looks really weird. But the rest are fine. Yep, I know exactly. It's just like, there's only one bad sprite in Umineko, and it's Canon's, like, weird-ass surprised face. That it just makes me laugh every time I see it. No, it's not just that, Emiya. Like, the forehead, it's that his design literally transmogrifies when he's turning left or right. It's like, it looks like he becomes like a completely different person. It's like, when he turns to the left, his forehead turns normal. And, like, when he turns to the right, then his jaw becomes gigantic. It's really, I don't know. He looks like 3 different people from those 3 different angles. Like it could be like 3 brothers or something. That's what what I think is kind of weird. Like if his forehead was the same size in all the sprites, then that would be fine. Or like if his jaw was big in all the sprites, it would be fine. But it's like he's like changing, and that's what's really throwing me off.
いや、2人が信じられないのもわかるが。
Well, I understand why you two can't believe it, but it's true.
映画などに出てくる長期的な記憶喪失は極めて稀ですが、短期的な記憶の混濁ならば起こり得ないことではありません。
Check Discord? Okay. The kind of long-term amnesia that you see in movies is extremely rare. But the short-term amnesia where memories become hazy, well, not exactly common, it's still possible. Kazami came to Watase's defense at the perfect time. Ooh, yeah, I'm already starting to ship Kazami and Watase. Definitely. Ukita spent a long moment looking doubtfully at Watase, but eventually came to a decision and spoke. Like, look at this! That is not the same person.
Very well. And I'll believe you for now.
And I do believe that this is his best. That this is his best sprite, because he doesn't look too weird, even though he looks like a completely different person from the other 2. Like, I do believe this is his coolest looking sprite right here.
Very well, then I'll believe you for now.
Oh, you were shipping them too. Oh, wow, awesome.
ありがとう。あんたは？
Thank you. And you are?
あ、僕は浮田刑事。見ての通り、このラボの研究員だ。
Oh, I'm Keiji Ukita. And as you can see, I'm a researcher at this lab.
They didn't recognize him from the ID tags.
Keiji Ukita?
Oh, wait a minute. Do they... Are they in on the joke? Because... Is it like Watase seeing him from this angle and he looks like a completely different person from his ID because of it? No. I doubt they'd go that in depth like that for a joke. That name sounded familiar to Watase. He thought his memories were coming back for a moment, but that wasn't the case. For he'd seen the words Keiji Ukita after he'd woken up. Yeah. Let me check Discord. Hold on. I don't see anything posted there. I'm guessing you posted it in the spoiler section. Where I am. Oh, you've... Oh, yep, there you go. Oh, wow, I see Hollow Mirage. You did it on the Nico Discord. You edited it. Yeah, he looks a lot more normal there. Diggity dang dang. Huh! That's a pretty cool edit. Oh wow, that's Tomitaka's voice? Oh, that's really cool, GAs. It was the name that had been written on one of the cards he found earlier.
じゃあこのカードあんたの持ち物か？
Then this is your card.
あ、やはり君が持っていたのか。
Ah, so you really did have it.
Stay in this sprite, please. This is by far your best sprite. Ukita swiped the card out of Watase's hands.
あのよ、浮田さん。どうして俺はあんたからカードを奪ったんだっけ？
Hey, Mr. Ukita. Why did I steal your card from you?
なんだか妙な質問だが、まあいい。さて、どう説明したものやら。
How? How? I'm sorry. Alright, I'll just keep going.
A bit of an odd question, but I suppose it can't be helped. Now then, how to explain this?
Ukita thought a bit before he began to talk.
僕は同僚たちが全員避難する中、なんとかこの事態を収拾しようと思ったんだ。それがここの職員の責務だと思ってね。
While all my colleagues were evacuating, I tried to take charge of the situation. Felt it was my duty as one of the people who worked here, you see?
だがまるでうまくいかず、まごまごしているうちにケース N が発令されて。
But it didn't go so well as Case N was declared during all the chaos.
It's okay, GA. Honestly, it's fine. It's a perfectly normal phrase that I just heard one too many times during the Higurashi freaking console arcs, and it became a meme for this channel. It's fine. It can't be helped, as one might say.
It was at that moment when I was paralyzed in shock that I met you, Captain Kazasaki. This was about 2 hours ago.
隊長はその時何と言っていましたか？
Did the captain say anything back then?
俺が出口を探してくる。だが火災が激しくて危険だからあんたはこの部屋で待機しているようにと言われたよ。
He said I'll go look for an exit, but the fires are getting worse and it's too dangerous, so wait for me in this room.
でも僕はそれを聞き入れなかった。パニックになって暴れてしまったのさ。
But I refused to listen to him. I panicked and flew into a frenzy.
だから隊長さんは僕からカードを取り上げたんだ。僕が勝手に移動しないようにと。
Oh, really? I didn't know it was. Oh, wow. I didn't know it was a meme in general. I knew a puppet with its strings cut was a meme. I knew that was a translation meme, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was a meme outside of that. Oh wow.
That's why Captain Kosasagi took my card from me, so I couldn't move on my own.
まあ僕を案じてのことだったとは思うが、あまりに一方的だったものでね。それで僕は腹を立てていたんだよ。
Well, I'm sure he only did it to keep me safe. But I detest how I was given no choice in the matter. That's why I was angry.
God, it's like, God damn it, this guy. And his, seriously, facing right is definitely his best sprite.
うわあ、隊長ってば融通の利かないとこあるからな。
Oh boy, sounds like y'all came face to face with the captain's uncompromising side.
そうだったのか。それはすまないことをした。おそらくすぐ戻ってくるつもりだったんだろうが。
So that's what happened. sorry for what I did to you. He's probably planning on coming right back, but
Who knows what his other personality or original self or whatever it turns out to be. Maybe it wasn't even like, who knows if this is even like some, like, based on how Remember11 and Ever17 worked. Like, this current personality inside Watase's body could be almost anything. Like, or it could be as simple as a guy who lost his memory. But I still like the DID theory.
I was probably planning on coming right back, but
いやもういいんだ。ところでそちらの女性たちは
no, it's alright. By the way, who are those two?
Ukita glanced at Anna and Yuri as he asked this.
私は椿山エナ。この施設に呼ばれてやってきた高校教師よ。
I am Enna Subakiyama. I am a high school teacher who was called to this facility.
私、ユーリ、ラボの研究員の家族です。
Exactly, realized. Like, Remember11 has shown me that the twist can be so utterly insane that there's no possible way to predict it. Yeah. I'm Yuri. I'm family to one of Labo's researchers.
教師に家族か。
So a teacher and a family member, huh?
だが妙だな。この施設は警備が厳重で、そうそう地下フロアまでは入れないようになっているはずなんだね。
But that sure is bizarre. The facility's security is top notch. So no one should have been able to even get into the basement floors.
そうなのか？どういうことだ、二人とも。
Really? Then how did the two of you explain yourselves?
Oh, really? So Root Double is not as twist heavy as Infinity. Interesting. Anna grew exasperated at the rest of the group's confusion.
そんなのこっちが聞きたいわよ。なんで早朝から呼び出されたのかもわからないんだもの。
Believe me, and that's what I'd like to ask these guys. Even I don't know why they called for me so early in the morning.
横柄な職員の人に地下に通された直後、例の爆発が起きて、わけわかんないうちに閉じ込められたの。
I was brought down here by a real jerk of an employee. Then there was the explosion, and I ended up trapped here in all the confusion.
職員
Which employee?
小島さんとか言ったかしら。
I think he said his name was Mr. Nojima or something like that.
あの人、ここで待ってなさいとか言って、さっさとどこかに行っちゃったわ。まったく冗談じゃないわよ。
He told me to wait right where I was and then went running off somewhere as fast as he could. I swear it's like a bad joke.
そう、私もそんな感じです。
Oh. Yes, it was like that for me too. Reformer. Oh good, I'm glad they used his best sprite for the profile here. Okay. I love that, jeez.
We're calling you here because we suspect you're a KGB spy with that obvious accent.
No! Never! Okay. How much do I trust Ukita? Like, here you can actually see the two sprites right next to each other. It looks like a completely different person. Like he has, look at his jaw, even the bottom of his jawline. He has a square jaw versus a rounded jaw here. Not to mention the obvious forehead size thing. He looks like he could be his like father or brother there. Maybe not father, but like, let's see. I think I'll keep it neutral for now. I don't distrust him, but I just, I don't know, getting an odd vibe. I came to visit this place late last night, and they told me to spend the night down here in the basement floors. What? Who the fuck told you that? And when I woke up, all this happened. My mom wasn't there either, and I got scared. Oh God. Somebody told you to come to a research facility and just stay here? Oh God.
何よ。だったら私たちは巻き込まれた被害者じゃない。あれこれ詮索される言われなんてないわよ。
Yeah, I could totally hear the Mayuzumi in her voice there. Hey, then that makes us both victims who got caught up in this mess, doesn't it? You have no right to pry into our affairs.
そうか。それはすまない。
I see. My apologies.
Ukita seemed to be pondering something as he said that. Kazami cut into the conversation as she gave him a curious glance.
ところでウキタさん、AD の投与はお済みですか?
I was wondering about this too. By the way, have you already injected yourself with any AD, Mr. Ukita?
あ、AD か。
Oh, the AD!
隊長さんがもらったのを投与していたが、もうすべて使い切ってしまった。最後に投与したのは1時間近く前だ。
I took the ones that Captain Kazusagi gave me, but I used them all up at this point. The last time I took any was nearly an hour ago. I need more.
They are gonna run out in like... Seriously, is the rest of the game gonna take place within 1 hour? How the fuck is that gonna work? As expected, a researcher like Ukita knew all about AD.
なら、これを使ってくれ。
Then use this.
Watch out, they handed Ukita and AD. The latter practically snatched it out of his hands and injected himself with it. Yeah, he's giving me some Ninth Man vibes here. Where are the other two dudes that work with us?
We're getting short on these things.
Ukita threw aside the empty AD ampule as anxiety began worming its way into Watasi's mind.
それよりレスキュー隊の諸君、ちょっとこのモニターを見てくれないか。
Like, how is nobody's gonna be able to get some sleep? Like, well, like if they have to stay in here overnight, it's not gonna work. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Those are the two dudes I was talking about, GAs. No idea where they are.
More importantly, would you all rescue workers here please take a look at these monitors for a minute? Huh?
実は状況を把握するために監視カメラの映像記録を調べていたんだが、ちょっと気になる映像があってね。
I was perusing through the surveillance camera records to grasp the situation, and I happened upon an image that concerned me.
そういえば先ほどそんな独り言をおっしゃってましたね。
Now that you mention it, I do recall they were talking to yourself just before we found you.
気になる映像って何？
So, what's this image that got you all hot and bothered?
これは6時21分、第2エリアの映像なんだが。
This image was taken in Area 2 at 6:21 a.m.
Ukita operated the control panel. A second later, the monitor displayed an image taken by the surveillance cameras. Oh, these are the... I bet these are the protagonists of the other route here. Because I'm pretty sure this guy is. The frozen image depicted 3 children. There was a boy with glasses and a blonde girl. They couldn't make out the face of the last one appeared to be a girl as well, yeah. They were all wearing what appeared to be school uniforms. It was then that Anna and June both spoke at the same time.
嘘。どうして天川くんたちがここに？
It can't be via Mr. Tenkawa and the others here.
じゃあこっちはましろちゃんとルイーズちゃん？
Huh? Then those two are Mashiro and Louise. And who's the third one?
2人とも知ってるのか？
Huh? The two of you know them.
もちろん。3人とも私が副担任を務めるクラスの生徒よ。
Of course I do. I'm the long-term sub for their homeroom teacher.
私はあの子
I
た
mean,
ちと
you
は
don't really
先
do
週
shit in
たまたま
homeroom.
知り合って。
As far as I remember, homeroom teacher, all they did was take attendance and hand out flyers. And then it's off to your first period. At least that's how I remember high school. Like, homeroom was not really much of a room. You didn't really do anything in homeroom. I just happened to get to know these kids last week.
なんだって？
What?
Watasi's surprise only furthered with Ukita's following comment.
実を言うと、僕もこの3人の子供たちとは面識があるんだ。
Truth is, I'm familiar with those kids myself.
どういう関係なんだ？
How so?
まず僕とこの少年は家が隣同士なんさ。それに少年の母親もこの施設に勤めていてね。それでさ。
Oh.
Well, not only do I live next door to that boy, but his mother happens to be one of my co-workers here. That's how.
Really?
じゃあ彼らはその母親に会いに来たのか？
Then did they come to see his mother?
さあ、それは僕にもわからないが。
Sorry, but I don't know the answer to that either.
ともかく他にも同様の映像がいくつかあるんだ。そして最後の映像は。
Anyway, there's several other images just like this one, and the last one.
7時12分。第5エリアの映像だよ。
was taken in Area 5 at 7:12 a.m.
When he heard that, Watase instantly understood what Ukita was getting at.
待てよ。7時12分の映像ということは、隔壁が降りたのは7時頃のはずだから。
Wait, if they went down here at 7:12, and the bulkheads were lowered at 7. Oh no, we got more people here. Oh wait, no, the opposite. Then they shouldn't have even been down here. They shouldn't have been able to get down.
ああ、ここにいる6名以外に 少なくともあと3名。
Wait, hold on. If they went down here at 712 and the bulkhead, oh no, were down here. Okay, sorry, I mistook went for were. Sorry, were for went, I mean. Okay, no, so they are trapped here with us. God damn it.
Right, that means that there are at least three others aside from us who are trapped here in Labo.
何
What?
Watase looked back to the image on the monitors. What were they doing here? Did they really come here to visit the boy's mother? Or is there some other reason?
先生、この高校生たちの名前は
Hey, Cheech, what's their names?
男の子が天川夏彦くん、
The boy is Natsuhiko Tenkawa.
あとの女の子2人は鳥羽真白さんと三宮ルイーズゆいさんよ。
The two girls are Mashiro Toba and Louise Yui Sonomiya. All those names sound vaguely familiar to him. How? He felt a kinship from them, like he'd known them all for a long time. Could it be? Could it be what? Oh,
Then I went down to the basement to save these kids?
are they trapped there? Are they the freaking Takashi of this game? Oh god. He turned to Ukita as he pondered that.
この3人が閉じ込められてるってのは確実なのか
You're sure that those kids are still trapped here?
まあおそらくそうだとは思うが確認はできない。
Well, I certainly can't confirm that, but I'm pretty sure of it.
Ukita pointed to a phone in the corner of the room.
緊急用の電話も死んでるんでね。PDA も通話不能だ。
The emergency phone is dead, and my PDA isn't getting any reception.
私たちも試したんだけどね。やっぱりダメなのか。
Oh, we tried those both ourselves, but it didn't work out either. Anna suddenly perked her head up once as she heard that. Oh, wow. So, in an interview, they said that Watase was based a bit on Takashi. He seems a lot more mature than Takashi right now, interestingly enough. Anna suddenly perked her head up when she heard that.
そうだ。誰か BC を使える人はいないの？
I've got an idea. Can anyone here use BC?
BC?
Huh? BC?
そうよ。テレパシーとか。
Right, like telepathy. What? Whoa. Okay, so that's a thing. Okay, so that's what telepathy is randomly a thing in this world. Okay. Holy shit, jeez. So that's probably what the kid is using to contact Watase.
それで外と通信すれば少しは状況がわかると思うのだけど。
And there's no tip for that, really? Really? If we can use that to get in contact with the outside, then I think we can learn more about what's going on. Well, how is she talking about this so casually?
テレパシーって
Telepathy?
Watase's eyes widened at that totally out of place word.
先生こんな時に何の冗談だ
Cheech, how can you joke at a time like this?
あら、隊長さんの記憶障害も深刻ね。そんなことも忘れてしまったの？
Oh my, I didn't realize your amnesia was that bad. So you forgot about that stuff too.
テレパシーを使える人なんて最近じゃそう珍しいことではないわよ。
People capable of using telepathy are not that uncommon these days. Get with the program, you boomer.
You can't call me a boomer. What the fuck?
Jeez. Exactly, Oliver. The telepathy thing is totally just a random thing. Jeez. Wow. Holy shit.
マジか
What? Are you serious? What as I looked at the others in total shock. But he was the only surprised one there.
立花先生の言ってることは本当か
Hey, Tachibana. Is what she's saying true?
ええ、本当です。
Yes, it is.
ここで言うテレパシーというのは、離れた場所にいる人に声を届ける能力です。
The telepathy she's talking about is the ability to send your voice to people in a distant place.
確かにテレパシーを使えれば外と連絡もできるとは思いますが、
It's true that we'd probably be able to get in touch with people on the outside if we could use it.
でも珍しくないとは言ってもさ、実際に使えるのは500人に1人って割合だよ。
But though she said it's not rare, the rate of people who can use it is still only 1 in 500. Well, that's still a lot more common than plenty of other things that you see, you know, every day. Or they could see it every day and not be like abnormal. It's like, dang.
それに BC の使い手はなぜか子供に多く、大人で使える人は輪をかけて稀なんだ。
And there were a lot of BC users or kids for some reason. Adult BC users are as rare as a hand's teeth. You can't tell me she's not Southern after that. Dang. Okay. And yeah, it's like, so it's like they're getting quirks or something. It's like increasing throughout the generations.
隊長はもちろん、レスキュー隊に使える人はいなかったよ。
Naturally. That goes for y'all and the rest of our squad.
もちろん僕も使えない。ユーリ君はどうだね
You'll probably guess, but I can't use it either. What about you, Yuri?
私無理です。BC 苦手なんです。
I can't do it. I'm bad at BC. Everyone had answered with a serious look on their faces. It was still hard for him to believe, but after seeing the reactions, he just wanted to say I had no choice but to accept it as the truth.
本当なんだなじゃあ他の超能力を使える人はいるの
I'm guessing a lot of people use it to cheat at gambling.
You're all serious. Then are there people who can use other superpowers?
例えばあれだ瞬間移動とか念力とか
Like, you know, teleportation, telekinesis, the whole psychic power set.
できるわけないでしょ。そういうのはオカルトの領域だわ。
Of course not that stuff, purely in the realm of the occult.
Oh, well, excuse me, princess. How could I possibly not understand the incredibly scientific concept of teleportation? Of telepathy. But teleportation is clearly just freaking occult mumbo jumbo. Forgive me.
I can tell you might be being sarcastic.
Really? Really?
テレパシーはオカルトじゃないのかよ
Telepathy is it?
BC は科学的に存在が立証された能力よ。超のつかないね。
BC is a power that's been scientifically proven. There's nothing super about it.
BC とはビヨンドコミュニケーション。言葉を介さずに行う一種のコミュニケーション手段。
BC stands for Beyond Communication. A form of communication that doesn't use language as an intermediary.
要は離れたところにいる人と意思を伝え合う能力よ。それ以外のことはできないわ。
It is essentially the ability to mutually communicate your ideas to people far away. Nothing more and nothing less. It appeared that this BC had very limited uses. But even if what she said was true,
まあ確かにテレパシーでも何でも使えた方が便利だろうけど
I guess it does kind of sound like Edna's voice, yeah.
Well, yeah, probably would be better if we could use telepathy or whatever.
500人に1人の人材が都合よくここにいるわけないよな
But I doubt we'd be so lucky to have anyone here who won the lottery on that whole 1 out of 500 deal.
I mean, it's not that lottery-ish. Lottery is way worse odds. Jeez. Yep, I noticed that too. Hala Mirage, that she can do it, she's just not very good at it. Yeah. Everybody just ignored her. I imagine it's because she's so quiet.
でもあの子たちはテレパシーが使えるのよ
But those kids can use telepathy.
じゃあ彼らがいれば外と通信できるのか
Huh? We could contact the surface if they were here?
いればだけどねああもう情けないわ私が使えれば話が早いのに
If they were here, that is. Ah, jeez, this is pathetic! Things would be so much easier if I could use it myself. Yeah. I saw that the BC is, the BC and AD, but they don't seem related at all. Because the AD is just a formula to stop radiation, while the BC is essentially just telepathy. If they were here, that is. Just then, at his words, we're cut off by the sudden sound of a voice and white noise echoing through the room. Ooh, okay, you know what, you guys? I think it's getting pretty late. I think this might be a good spot to leave off for next time. We'll see what Commander Murakami has to say. This is good. This is getting really interesting. Got some psychic powers to deal with now. Apparently just telepathy, but still. That could be used in pretty creative ways, given that this is the beginning of the story, and it probably has way more to it than what they've said about it just now. So, I can't wait to see where this story goes. Like, what did the research have to do with anything? Why were all these extra people brought here? And you guys, I'm having a good time with this. Next time would be on Friday, where we'll continue with Root Double. And of course, Thursday we'll continue with more analog. So, until then I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.